Hi everyone, welcome to Caapid Simplified. And hi Apurva, welcome to Caapid Simplified again.
Thank you so
How are
much.
you?
I'm good. I'm good. Now, like semester has begun again, so I'm very good.
Okay,
Yeah,
sounds good. Oh,
yeah,
semester's begun and you're good. That's a good sign. You're
yeah,
excited
yeah.
about class.
Yeah, we are progressing.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So, to for all of y'all who have who do keep watching our videos and are regulars, or at least mediocre regulars on our channel, you would have seen Apurva's face before. She has done one video with us where her family also joined and they spoke about how the application process was. And this time she's back with a really positive energy, I should say, and always smiling face to tell us about her time at USC. So how has that transition been like? What is school in USC been? And I know you all are usually used to seeing Dr. Leena doing the student series, but doing this for a change now. So Apurva, if you can just briefly tell who all the viewers as to where you're studying, how long has it been, and a little bit about that before we move into the questions.
Yeah, so I got selected into USA in the first cycle, and I got selected in the first batch of acceptances. And I joined in May, and has been around 2 semesters that we have completed now. Right now, holidays are going on, but gonna start the third semester on January. Yeah,
Oh yes, the holidays are going on. So, uh,
yeah.
are you traveling this time for holidays? Are you like going
I
to leave
I
the?
did, I did. I went to San Diego. Yeah, definitely need that
Okay,
break.
sounds good.
Now, yeah, yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
speaking of breaks and speaking of that inspiration to get going,
Mhm.
what was your motivation back in the days when you applied to get through that whole process, and what would your tips or advice be to the people who are applying now?
Mm. Yeah, so I feel like motivation definitely comes from family and your spouses, but the main thing is that you need to be self-motivated. Like I did my BDS and then further MDS in prosthodontics, so I knew that I wanted to be a clinician. That's why I put like my efforts to get through the ASPID program or the DDS program because I wanted, yeah, because this is the only way we can work here after doing the DDS. So I took my time after completing my MDS in prosthodontics, and then once I knew that I am mentally ready and physically also ready to put in all the efforts. I went ahead and then applied in 2021, cleared my INBD in January 2021, and then uh, got selected in USA also in 2021. Yeah.
Yes. I love that you mentioned both physical and mental health.
Yes. Yes. Mental
Like
health is
mental
very.
ready rather. Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
very good point
Yeah.
to put out there,
Yeah.
especially as most of you all are, I'm sure planning to apply to the next cycle, preparing for all of that. This is very, very important. There's this big myth about USC. One of the every school has its own share of myths about USC.
Mm.
What we constantly hear is that even though it's not put uh, out in the front, that only students with masters get accepted, that
Mm.
they in fact only take students with masters. So you do have a masters, MDS in Prosto, right? But
Yes.
keeping
Yes.
that aside, since you know what your batchmates look like and the demographics, what would you say
Mm.
about that?
I would not support that because many of my classmates are just graduates and haven't done any masters, and many of them are coming from backgrounds like nursing or some are from like doing masters in like orofacial pain or haven't done anything, just practicing clinicians. After graduation, they are just practicing clinicians. So I would not agree with that. There's a good bunch of my classmates who are graduates and not masters, but yes, I would definitely say that anything you do like any perceptorship or anything that could strengthen your application will definitely help you, not just with USC but your application throughout. So even if it's like perceptorship or anything, any internship that you do additionally, that would benefit for sure. Yeah.
So how would you say at least 50% of your class does not have a master's?
Yes, I would say that. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. All right. I hope this gives some confidence, because when you're applying, there's so many factors in mind that you're completely clouded, right, as to what to do. So this is,
Yes.
you're hearing from a student inside the school, that which means you still do have a chance. a
Yes.
solid equal chance if you,
Yes.
even if you don't have a master's. Okay,
Yes.
thanks for that, Apurva.
Yeah, just strengthen your application, whatever it is, whatever you can do to improve yourself, just do that, because they're looking for participants who are continuously trying to improve themselves. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Is USC open to contacting them with questions from your experience? In case any applicants have any doubts about the application or the
Yeah.
process.
So, Flynn, I would share my own personal experience. So, I applied to like 11 schools, and out of that, only USC was the one which was completely and continuously like replying me back through emails. They were very motivating and yes, very helpful throughout. Not just like have you we have seen that you have completed your application, nothing like that. That is the normal process. Everyone does that, but the thing I liked most about USC was they, even if I had like, I emailed them, how can I strengthen my application or what can I do? There was a series of steps they mentioned that what can I do to strengthen my application. Also, USC conducts Python sessions once the Capit cycle opens. It's like every other Friday, I think. So in that, we get as applicants, we get to connect to our seniors, like those who are already studying at USC. So they mention like how can you strengthen your application because they have gone through the same thing. They tell you that these are the weaknesses, strengthen on these points. Will these things help your application, like preceptorship or doing something volunteer work will help or not? So I think USC is the only school that I've seen that doing such sessions on regular basis. Yeah.
Okay. So how, for the ones who are watching and the newcomers, how would you register for that? Is it just on the website?
Yes, just go to the USC website and they regularly conduct fight-on sessions and you register for those fight-on session. And then there's a Zoom link that's given, and they are administrative staff workers and the USC students who are currently studying, and you can discuss all the points, all the doubts that you have. And this is a good opportunity where they can also see applicants, like how many of you are interested and how your personality looks like, because they are also judging you by those things. So
Yeah.
I would definitely recommend to participate on those sessions. Yeah.
I hope all of you will take note of this because I don't know if the other schools have, is it as regular or if they have current students, but some other schools also like Colorado, Minnesota, Michigan, they also do this. But this
Mhm.
sounds like it's more regular and students coming, so do sign up.
Yeah.
And I think it's like 10 times more than virtual Capit Fair because the fair has more of like there's no face to them mostly, it's just chatting and you might not get what you need, but this will be a
Yes.
more interactive hopefully a
Yes.
more hands-on and not hands-on but first-hand experience kind of
Yeah.
thing.
It also shows that you're interested in USC because you're like joining those sessions also. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That sounds good. Um, Another thing about USC, which I'm sure everyone asks you about, is the PBL, the big elephant in the USC room all the time, which is their kind of interview. But also more than that, they keep talk before we get into the interview part. They do talk about how they do that kind of interview. The reason being, your curriculum or your teaching style inside the school is also a PBL based curriculum or teaching method. So,
Yeah.
can you elaborate a bit on what that would mean to everyone who's thinking of USC?
Of
How
course.
do they teach?
So
Yeah.
I would say that PBL is a very big part of USC. Actually, USC
Mhm.
believes in like group functioning. So they believe that as a dentist, you need to work as a team. You have assistants working under you. You have front desk workers. You are going to work. So they need people who are supportive of each other and who are like not submissive also. So you need to have a good balance of whether where you are not dominating or you are submissive. So they need people like that who are good at maintaining balance, also supporting others. So they believe in teamwork. So PBL is a very big part of our learning at USC. We have regular cases that we discuss with our um, fellow students, and they want to see what is our perspective, what is the other person's perspective. So that's why this is a multi-directional approach. You know what good points you are presenting and what good points other person is presenting, and that's how it's challenging also, because the other person can say that this is correct or I feel like this is the way to go with it, and then you can also debate on that. But it is very like healthy competition in a way. done in a very healthy way, because they don't like if like you are very competitive or like you are very submissive. Yeah. So you need to be supportive, at the same time you need to be presentable, the same thing. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it would be safe to say that this is also what they're looking for in a PBL session, right? Like to
Yes,
be
yes, definitely.
cooperative, but not also not timid and not speaking up. A balance.
Absolutely, absolutely. So there are many cases that we discuss, and this provide us with a multidirectional approach, like getting everyone involved and not just listening to lectures and then sitting there. So they want us to participate. Yeah. So that's the teaching front of USC. Yeah.
So for every case, like imagine there's a case-based learning, right? So would there
Hmm.
be roles assigned to as to who would be a decision maker on that case, like a primary dentist, or how does it work? Or do
No,
you
no,
all have
no.
discussion?
Yeah, like a case will be presented to us, and that case will be discussed in like 3 to 4 weeks. So we will be given during, yeah, during our study session. So they will give us like a particular topic will be given to a student. Then we present our findings on that front, like whichever the topic is given to us. Then they see that how the student is performing, how much the students are interacting with each other, and do you have knowledge of what other person is presenting, or do you have questions regarding what other person is presenting? So that's how it goes. They want us to participate and not just like sit there and just listen to the teacher. Obviously teacher is there and they guide us on like if we are doing in the right way or going in the right direction, but they usually see how students are progressing regarding the case, and then they provide us with their inputs.
Nice. That is a very open way of learning, I think, right? You can have an exchange of dialogues and ideas all the time.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. 1 year back or 2 years back, if I would have asked you why USC, you probably would have had things that you've heard from others, websites, information. But now you're in USC. So now, if
Hmm.
a future prospective applicant were to
Hmm.
ask you why
Hmm.
USC,
Hmm.
what would be your answer? What makes it
So
stand apart?
yeah. So Flynn, for me, it was not just professionally I wanted to be in a school. I wanted to be somewhere where they take care of us on a personal front as well. So when I was
Okay.
applying, I saw that they were not just worried about like, yes, we need these many applicants and we need these many students, so whoever they might be. They thoroughly studied us. They cleared our doubts. They encouraged us. So I wanted to join an institute where they personally also supporting us and then professionally also improving us. So I think USC was that for me. I was very clear, like even if I get into 2 or 3 schools, I know that USC was the one for me because I got that much from USC. Yeah.
So USC was your
Also,
dream school.
yes, yes. So they are very supportive. They are very much concerned about our maintaining our mental health. There are sections which are dedicated just for our mental health. Like we can contact the faculties or discuss whatever problems we have. Our teachers are very supportive. Also, I would like to say that USC is very upfront with advancements in dentistry. So there's a big balance between learning what is our basic studies and then going on to the advanced studies. Like we are doing CAD CAM dentures, we are doing digital dentistry is a very big part of USC. So whichever advancement we are getting in dentistry, USC wants us to learn that. So there's resin infiltrate, a lot of things and research our teachers are doing, and then they are making us to follow those research and progressing. So right now we are learning like digitalization in dentistry, like making digital dentures and doing CAD CAM onlays, inlays. So I think I was very much interested in learning because time is the value for everything. So dentistry is changing a lot, so it's good to learn these things, and I think USC does that really well. Yeah.
Nice. What if I ask you why not dentistry? Like, what kind of an applicant or what kind of a profile or a person with what kind of dream or goal for dentistry should probably not go for USC?
I think if you are not motivated enough, if you are just surviving, if you think you are just I'm gonna do this and go, no, there are a lot of students who are pushing themselves just to get your seat. So if you are not motivated enough, if you are not willing enough, if you don't have that much fire, they can see through you. They have been doing it for like 20, 30, 40 years. They know which applicant is good enough and which is not. So yeah, I think they because I know earlier it was in person, but now these days it's Zoom. So you need to feel connected to those things. Like you need to show them that you're very much willing, you want to improve, and they don't like people who are not like confident, or who are like very much like rude or overconfident also. You should be open to learning as well as confident enough that yes, you are bringing something to the table.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
And do you all have a lot of community service initiatives inside the school,
Mm,
or
yes. Yes, we do.
programs?
Yes, we do have a lot. So LA has a like Skid Row section, which where we deal with the homeless people and people who don't have insurance. So there's a lot of voluntary service going on in that direction. Also, we go to like the schools, and then we are doing camps there. So 2 semesters have been gone, and we have started with the volunteer work with the school camps, and then we are going to progress with the Skid Row section and the other sections also, in which USC also has program where we can go to overseas, and then if you want to go, you can apply for that program, and if they think that you are capable enough, then they will select you and they will take you there. So it's not like you are willing, then you can go. You have to be capable at that level that you can go and treat the patients who are
So
in
how
need.
long would that be for, like those
Mm.
trips? Would that be
Yeah.
like a
So
one month?
2 weeks, at least 2 weeks. So those mostly happen during the vacations or during the curriculum cycles, but we have to take permission from our teachers, the main group practice directors, or whoever is the authority. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Mm.
That is a very nice way to engage with more diverse communities, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Which you might not be able to within the country.
Yes.
Nice. And so I heard from you a lot of good things, or those engaging, inspiring
Mm.
things that a student can face in USC. But what would be the challenging thing for a student who's at USC? Anything that would
Uh,
be challenging?
I would say challenging in the sense that you need to put a lot of hard work. I think that's with any school. I would believe that there are a lot of like our labs are
Yeah.
open till 12 at night. So sometimes we are there till 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. And being a mother, I know I have to be away from my child, but they are teaching us a lot because the curriculum is for 4 years, but for the international students for 2 years. So they are trying to teach us everything in that 2 years program. So the I wouldn't say the curriculum is easy. It's very demanding. You need to be mentally and physically very strong and willing to give it your all. And also, I would say that USC has a daycare system. So all the applicants who have their kids, younger kids, so they give preference to students and faculties who are working at USC. So that is very helpful. So you can put your kid to daycare and then go to those extra lab hours. You can put it there. Yeah, that is
So
very helpful.
this is like an answer for every new applicant who's a parent and who's wondering how
Yeah.
that factors in.
Yes.
Be assured that all schools are welcoming of all kinds of applicants, and at USC you can see that this is an option as well.
Mm.
That is nice. So, how does the demographic of your class on a whole in general look like? Like age-wise, are there people from different age groups, and what about the countries that they come from? How
Yeah, yeah,
mixed
yeah.
is your?
Yeah, it's a USC believes a lot in diversity. So we have students, we are 34 students, and the age
Uh,
range is from like 26 to 42, 43, I believe. Yeah. So, and they are looking for not just students who are just bright, but the overall how the student is. You need to be academically strong, but you need to be like presentable also. You need to be uh, supportive of others, willing to do volunteer works, willing to help poor or the ones who cannot support themselves. So those things matter, and there are people from multiple countries, like countries from Canada, and then countries like the names that I haven't heard before, like small countries or big ones, or the we have students from Britain and then Italy also, then Spanish people are also there. So a lot of the good mix, and it's good to know like Egypt also, like how to interact and different cuisines and different culture. Yeah, so I like that a lot. Yeah.
that's nice. Yeah, you become more
Yeah.
culturally competent
Yes,
and
yes. It
aware
also
of how to.
teaches. Yes, and it also teaches us how to be more acceptable of others, and not just like focus on what we are bringing to the table, but what others are also like
Mm.
how their culture is and how to be acceptable and more like acceptable of others. Yeah, I would say.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Um, it's very important, especially in a country like the US, where very multiracial and multi-ethnic that
Yeah.
way, right? A lot of immigrant
Yes.
population as well.
Yeah. A
That's
lot of immigrants. Yeah.
okay. And just since we spoke about community service, what about research? What are the research opportunities like on practical ground level now, since you're a
Mm.
student there? How
Hmm.
accessible is that for the
Yeah, so we
students?
have multiple study clubs like which are dedicated to research also, and then there are clubs for endo if people are interested in endodontics or orthodontics. So there are multiple clubs. So we have dedicated club to research, and if you're interested, you can join that club and then get in touch with the faculty, and then you can publish your research or work under the faculties, and then
Okay,
carry on with that research. Yeah. So
nice.
so they see that you can be in charge of that research club or be member of that club, and then move further, whichever way you want to progress, if whether you want to take part in research or you want to be in the administrative part of the research
Mm.
section. So that depends on how you like when you start participating on those club activities. So we started those in second semester, so we have
Okay,
different clubs. Yeah, so research club is also very active. Yeah.
okay, okay. All right. Sounds good, Apurva. I think whatever I had in mind and I gathered from applicants is done. But we also put out a question sticker on our Instagram handle saying we're speaking to a student at USC and what would you like
Hmm.
to know. So we got a couple of responses. So
Hmm.
one is we spoke about it a little bit, and I don't know how much you can tell, but I'm still going to just ask. Can you
Hmm.
please upload a video from a student on how to face the USC interview and PBL? So you've already
Hmm.
spoken about it, but would you want to add something more, or are you good?
Yeah, so I would definitely like to add a point. Like in India, we are more focused on studies, but I would say
Yeah.
with studies, be when you're giving interview, be more presentable also, because they want to see a student who is not just a bookworm, I would say. They want an
Mm.
all-rounded. Like they know you perform academically really well. Also, you are presentable. You're good to go with others. You are charming personality, you are helping towards other. They can see that specifically from PBL section. So these PBL section are definitely dedicated to how you present yourself, I would say. So be confident, and I would say present your point, but at the same time, don't over dominate others. Yeah. Also be very thorough with the clinical knowledge. That doesn't mean that you need to know everything, but what's there, what's out there, like how will you detect a problem, how will you see something on the cast, or how things are like clinically, what are the errors or everything, you need to know about those things. Yeah. And ethics is also a very important part that USC believes in. So I think when I took the course from Caapid Simplified, that ethics part helped me really a lot, because there's nothing right or wrong in ethics. They just want to see what's your approaches
Exactly.
regarding any case. Yeah, they just want to see that are you thinking in the right direction, or whatever you're thinking is regarding that case. Yeah.
Yeah, agreed. Ethics is all about your thought process and not what is right or wrong. You need to be able to
Yes.
justify it for the right reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Was it difficult to do PBL on Zoom because you did it virtually, right?
Yes, I did it
Would
virtually.
you find it difficult that like multiple people speaking? How did you tackle that while
Yes,
virtual?
yeah, yeah. So you need to shine through, because we are like a bunch of people grouped together. So you need to shine through in the
Yeah.
sense, yeah, you need to. And because I think in person it's better because they can see you, but in Zoom, like they can only see you, your head, that's it.
Yeah.
So you need to have a balance. Also, present your point really well, be presentable, and be confident. I think being confident is very much important. They don't want the person to have just the right answer. Doesn't matter if you are not giving the right answer, but they need to see that you have a strong point and you believe in your point. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. That's very, very true. We can always say the wrong thing, not even have an answer, but it's about how you get through that.
Yes, how we get through that, and also like even if you are contradicting someone, how you deal with that situation. Because daily in our lives, we are gonna see
Yeah.
any team member when we are working who is
Hmm.
not gonna agree to our approach. So how you deal with that, and how do you convey yourself through that, and also be respectful of others. Yeah,
That's nice. How
yeah.
long was the PBL for you? Like, was it really
Yes, it
long?
was
Or
long. I think it was like so MMI was conducted on one day, and then PBL was done after 2 days for me. So I think both were 1 hour. I think each one of them was 1 hour, and yeah, that's how
oh,
it.
MMI was 1 hour and
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because there were different sections. For there were ethical section also. Then you have to see the cases also, and then for PBL also, it was I think around 40 minutes to 1 hour, as far as I remember.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very comprehensive thing, so it would take more time naturally.
Yeah. Also, during the interview for the PBL, we have interactive sessions with the current students. So you can put
Okay.
out your questions there, and they will answer you. Like even if you are a parent, you have concern regarding children's school or where to take apartments or how to improve application, those things are also addressed in those sessions before PBL. Yeah.
All right. Okay, that's good. That's good to hear. And the second question, and I think these are the others were all general, so I've just picked up these two, which is USC specific. Is
Hmm.
would the PBL question be medical or dental based?
Huh.
Yeah, medical
It
is
could be anything.
medicine or dental.
It could be anything. It could be anything, and you won't know about the case. It could be anything. They are not concerned much about what the answer is. They want to see that you are progressing in the right direction. That you have that approach. Mentally, you can think of different aspects of the case. They want to see that you considering all the points or not. Are you thinking patient from a different perspective or not, or are you just focus on giving the answer and then not saying anything else? So it doesn't matter if it's a medical case or dental case, they want to see your approach. It can be anything. It can be medical, it can be dental, it can be anything. Yeah.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
So that is like she said, it's pretty much like a ethical session. I think that's the best comparison in a way, in
Yes.
one way, because they don't know who Apurva is, so they don't know how she will think or how she's reached a conclusion. So they want to
Yeah.
know the process and not maybe the conclusion as much.
Yes. Even if you give the
And then
right
the
answer, they
problem
want to
somebody,
see, yeah, even if you
sorry,
give the right answer, they want to see like how did you reach to that point?
correct,
Was
yeah,
your approach correct? What are you thinking on the negative sides? What are you thinking on the positive side? So the approach matters.
yes,
Yeah.
sounds good. And there'll be someone to mediate or moderate the session, right? Like a proctor or someone like that who would
Yes, yes, yes. They are. They are. There are two people who are continuously seeing you. They won't interfere. They will just keep on
observe.
analyzing how are you doing. You and your group mates will be progressing the case throughout. There will be instructions given upfront in the start of the case, and then you have to go through those, follow those instructions, and then progress through the case. And when the time is up, they are gonna say how did you do, or how the case progressed or anything. They are gonna give you feedbacks on that.
Oh, that's nice. Feedback is
Yeah.
always a good thing to go back with.
Yes. Yes.
All right, this is really insightful, Apurva. Thank you so much. I think people who are applying next year would know what to expect. I mean,
Yes.
what all to prepare for and what to expect. That'd be really,
Mm,
really helpful.
mm.
To all of you all watching, if you have any more questions, let us know in the comments, and we will, route it through to Apurva. And as much as she can answer in her capacity, she will, and we'll let you guys know. So let us know how the session went and what more you would like to see, or what more helpful way we can, have these student series moving forward. And Apurva, good luck. I'm glad you're excited to get back. Have lovely holidays. I don't know, by the time this video goes out, we might have been back, but I hope you have a great next semester.
Thank you so much, Plain. Same to you. Enjoy your holidays. Happy New Year.
Thank you so much. Happy New Year to everyone. But again, by the time we're putting this out, it might be New Year.
Yeah.
But I hope you guys have a great application. And if you find this helpful, share it with your friends, like or subscribe. And but more importantly, let us know in comments if you have any more questions, and we'll help you out as much as we can. Bye bye. Thank you, Apurva. See you soon.